Now I want to talk about falling body, especially a very light body, a feather, and comparatively heavier one, stone. Let's talk about the falling body. I want to take three conditions for these two bodies. What are these three conditions? Falling body of a feather and a stone, how they fall in air when dropped together, how they fall in vacuum when dropped together in vacuum, and if we drop them together on the surface of the moon, how they fall. Let's talk about the falling of these two in these three different conditions. Okay, let's start with in air. When a stone and a feather both are dropped together, then what is seen? Stone comes first and touches the ground, but feather comes later. It's falling. What is the reason? Now let's talk about the reason. Actually, the gravity of the earth acting on both of them, but gravity of the earth acting on the stone is comparatively very high than the gravity of the earth acting on this feather. The reason is mass. Mass of the stone is very high than that of the feather. That's why gravity of the earth acting on the stone is very high comparatively than that of the feather. And this gravity, which is very high in case of a stone, cannot be neutralized by air resistance. But the gravity acting on the feather is very less, so it can be easily neutralized by air resistance. And if air resistance neutralizes the gravity acting on the feather, then because of lack of gravity force, it will fall uniformly. But here, gravity is not neutralized by the air resistance, so the stone accelerates. And because of acceleration, velocity goes on increasing and it falls first, feather falls later. This is about the air. Now next, how they fall in vacuum. One of the scientists, Boyle, did this experiment once. He took two tubes. Actually, we can make two tubes, but it is the same one. It is the same one. Once it was filled with air, another time it is not filled with air. Look at this. What he did, I mean to say Boyle's experiment of coin and feather. Actually, at that time he took coin. We are talking about a stone, same thing. Okay, he took a coin and a feather inside this tube. It was 1 meter long glass tube. And he took this coin and feather inside it, and without pulling air out from this, he quickly inverted this. And when he quickly inverted this, what he found? This coin came first up to the another end, but feather came later. The reason was very simple. There was air, and air resistance makes a lot of difference on the feather, and that's why feather came later. But later what he did, he pulled out the air by using vacuum pump, and again he quickly inverted this tube, which was previously kept with these two materials. What? One is coin, another is feather. He quickly inverted, and what he found, both of them fell together up to the another end. Because of the lack of air resistance, both have same acceleration. It also verifies Galileo's result of experiment of Leaning Tower of Pisa. What Galileo told? Every substance falls with the same rate, with the same acceleration due to gravity, irrespective of their mass. The same is proved here. One is very light, another is comparatively heavy, but both of them fell together because of the acceleration due to gravity is same for both of them. Now look at this third one. What happens when feather and stone is dropped on the surface of the moon? Actually this is similar like this second case. Second case means what? Here we have vacuum. In vacuum, how this feather and coin falls, in the same way on the moon also these two fall together. The reason is there is no air resistance. Because of lack of air resistance, both of them have same acceleration due to gravity, equivalent with the acceleration due to gravity of the moon, and that's why both of them falls together. Now let's talk about another matter which is related with the fall of a body, that is free fall. A body is said to be in free fall if it falls with acceleration due to gravity without any resistance. What is free fall? This is an example of free fall. Because there is no air resistance, then these two are falling with free fall. At this time, both of them have acceleration due to gravity. At this time, these two bodies becomes weightless. That's why we can define weightlessness this way. A body becomes weightless during free fall. Such a condition is called weightlessness.